Wait, what? Yep, you read the title correctly. I tested positive for COVID-19.
Hey yo, this is Dash. Get ready.
All right, so this is not clickbait. I am dead serious. I tested positive for the novel COVID, or the novel coronavirus COVID-19. And before I get into the story behind what happened, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read off some names. So those of you guys who are aware, on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, I do a live stream. This evening, or excuse me, last evening, because last night was when I did a live stream. This evening when I'm filming this video, because I did not have a video prepared for today, Thursday, I said that, hey, you know what? If you want to shout out, talk about it, or say you want to shout out, and I'm going to read off those shout outs today. So Breaker64 and Bree, what's up? Thank you for watching. We got KB Barbecue. Thank you for watching. We got Grumpus. I know Grumpus is wearing a Halloween, a Hawaiian shirt right now. He always wears Hawaiian shirts, and we are not going to hold that against him. B, we got Brian, the Texas barbecue guy. Definitely appreciate him watching and checking this out. If you guys haven't and do not know, he started a barbecue stand. And definitely go out and check out his videos of him building his pit and getting his barbecue stand started. We got John from 4J's Barbecue. Hey, John, I need to see some updates on your smoker. Like, for real. Terry from Madwood Barbecue. Thank you so very much for hanging out and being a part of the live stream. I greatly appreciate it. Armando, who's not Kevin, okay, from AQ Barbecue Daddy Barbecue, or wait, AQ Barbecue Daddy Barbecue. Is that right, or did I mess that up too? I've been calling him Kevin, and I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. Hey, Steven from Steven and Jacqueline on Trini Peoples. Definitely check out the videos. So very thankful, so very thankful. Randy Lee, thank you so very much for being on the live stream and asking for a shout out. So Randy, thank you. Here's your shout out. We got, oh man, this next group of folks. All right, you know what? No, I can't save them for last. We have Marcus and Jamie from Crimson Creek Barbecue, and I don't have the cozy and or the red dirt rub in reach, or I would grab it and shout this out, but unfortunately I can't. And then listen, last but not least, we're going to talk about Steven again, because Steven is just a man, and I can't say enough nice things about Steven. Steven has definitely been a godsend to the barbecue YouTube community. He definitely watches lots of live streams. He participates in lots of live streams. He comments on so many videos. And if you do not know, he is putting up his own content. So the last video that I saw of Steven's, he put up a video making bread. Yes, it was bread. But dude, go watch it. You will not be disappointed. Alright. So now, let me bring you to the meat and potatoes of this video. I'm dead serious. But I'm here live and kicking. I was diagnosed positive with COVID-19. So it all started on way back when, on July 17th, that food pantry that's across the street from my house, they were also doing COVID testing. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go over there and get the COVID test done. No harm, no foul. I'll go ahead and get it done. I'm expecting it to come up and be negative and it not be an issue. So I went over and got the COVID testing done, and that was a Thursday. Not only did I get the COVID testing, I got some produce boxes. So I got the produce boxes, came on home, and that was it, right? Or so I thought. So then I went to, proceeded like life was normal. That was Thursday. So Friday, I did not go to work on Friday. Saturday, I went out to a restaurant with my wife. We went to Fogo de Chão. Those of you guys who don't know, Fogo de Chão is awesome, okay? And we had some picanha and some other meats. It was great. And we went and sat down in the restaurant at Fogo de Chão. It was awesome. Sunday, we kind of just hung out. We didn't do much of anything. We hung out at home, and that was it. Monday, I went to work. I went to work like normal. And on Monday, I was in close proximity now, wearing a mask, in close proximity with my manager and a few other folks. So definitely was in close proximity on Tuesday. Okay. Now my birthday is October 14th. Okay. On Tuesday at 10:14 a.m. Yeah, my birthday, the time that they called. As I went back and looked at the call, the call log and stuff like that, I got a call. And a person said, "Hi, my name is such and such, and I'm calling from the Baltimore medical system." I'm like, "Hi, such and such. How are you this morning?" She's like, "Oh, I'm just fine." I'm like, "All right, cool." She's like, "Well, she kind of nipped the small talk in the bud." I'm like, "All right." She said, "I'm calling to inform you of your test results from your COVID-19 screening." I'm like, "Okay." She said, "I'm just calling to inform you that you tested positive for the novel coronavirus." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" And she said, I'm calling to let you know that you tested positive for the novel coronavirus, COVID-19. And I was like, hold up, wait, what? I don't have any sort of fever. I can still taste different things. I can smell everything. She said, "Unfortunately, I'm calling you to let you know that you tested positive." And she said, "You could be asymptomatic, which means that you don't have the normal symptoms that other folks who are suffering from this virus have." And I'm like, what? Like, I'm on my Jimmy Kim. Is it Kimmel? No, it's who is it? Somebody has Amber, and she's like, "What?" Amber says, "What?" I was like, "What? You telling me I'm positive coronavirus? What?" Like, that was me. Like, for 30 seconds to a minute, I was just like, "What? Wait, what? What? How?" Like, "Nah, I don't feel sick." And she just kept telling me. She said, "Not everyone feels sick." And I'm like, "But no, like, what?" It was truly a moment out of the Amber Says What book. All right. So then I'm sitting here in complete and utter disbelief, and I go and I'm sitting in the family room, and I'm working, and I received this phone call, and I'm like, so now what? And she tells me, like, "Oh, you need to quarantine yourself for 14 days and you need to be away." I'm like, "Well, I have a family. I'm sitting at home. Like, I've been with my wife and my kids all weekend long. Today is Tuesday. I was tested on Thursday. All weekend long, I was with my wife and family. Like, what do I do?" And she's like, "Well, you need to go ahead and quarantine yourself and find a room or a place where you can be alone until they," and she was like, "I highly suggest they get tested, until they get tested, and then if they find out that they're also positive, then then everyone needs to stay in the house." And I'm like, "What?" Like, for real? So, in case you guys didn't notice, last week I won't say I made up some BS, but I was in my daughter's room because I was quarantined. I found out the information on Tuesday night, and I went to my daughter's room I found out the information on Tuesday morning, and I went to my daughter's room on Tuesday night, and I spent 7 days in my daughter's room from the 21st to 22nd, whatever day that Tuesday was, until yesterday. Yesterday was the 28th. I received a phone call because I tested again this past Saturday, and I was told that I was negative for the coronavirus. And I took my sons with me as well, taste tester number 1 and taste tester number 2, and they also tested negative. Now my wife tested as well, and we have not gotten her results back as of July 29th. When she went to like an urgent care center, urgent care facility, and they told her it would take 6 to 10 days for her to get her results. Where I went, or where I took the boys, we went to, again, to that food pantry. They also were doing the COVID testing again, and we took our test on Saturday, and we had our results on Tuesday. So that was awesome. And I mean, you can't, I don't know how else to say relief, but I don't know whether or not I tested a false positive, or if I did in fact, have the coronavirus and tested positive the first time, and then I was further along in the virus, and when I tested again this past Saturday, I tested negative because the virus had run its course, and I again was completely asymptomatic. And yeah, so I'm sure you probably have questions like, well, how do you think you got it? Where do you think you got it? And this is fake. This isn't a real thing. It was real. It's real. Do not, the administration, yeah, I'm just going to let it be like that. I'm just going to say that. And it is definitely real. There are some folks out there who are getting sick and are very, very sick. I was fortunate enough, if I did in fact test positive and I did not get sick, I'm lucky. I never wanted to be a part of that statistic. Not at all. All right. I do not count myself as a lucky guy. I don't. I never win anything. But this is a lottery that I definitely did not really want to win. Nobody wants to win this lottery. With that being said, I cannot say thank you enough to my wife, who took care of me. Like, seriously, she brought me 2 or 3 meals a day for 7 days. And she checked on me, and while I was, stuck away, quarantined away in my daughter's room, she checked on me and made sure that I needed and had everything that I needed. And I mean, like, she's the real MVP in this, because she definitely took care of me. And there's no way for me to say thank you enough for what she did. I mean, for 7 days, she cooked all of the meals in the house. For 7 days, she cooked. I mean, she was the mommy and the daddy in the household. And I kind of, though it was time away, it's not like I was on vacation. It's something. I mean, though I was here, I wasn't here. I was tucked away in my daughter's room for 7 days, from Tuesday night, like I said, it was either the 21st or the 22nd of July, whatever the day that was, until the 28th of, I guess it was the 21st, until the 28th of July. I was held up in my daughter's room, and I did not, I mean, aside from leaving the room, when I left the room, I had a Clorox spray that anytime I left the room, I would go into the bathroom, which was 10 feet away. I sprayed the toilet seat, which I touched to raise up when I had to go pee, and the handle when I pushed it down. Brushing my teeth, I used a separate toothpaste, a separate toothbrush from my normal toothbrush. And when I finished brushing my teeth in the morning, I sprayed it down. When I got in the shower and took a shower, I sprayed the shower down. I mean, I took zero precautions, man. I took all of the precautions, actually. And we didn't know until, the whole thing was, and what's even worse is I was not feeling sick or anything like that. I took the test on a whim. It was like, you know what? I'm gonna take the test just because it's free and it's available. That's it. And that's what made me take the test. So what I'm gonna ask you to do, I'm asking you to do, is if you have the ability to take the test, I would like for you to get tested. And if you have the ability to take the antibody test, get yourself tested. And if you take the test and you become, and it's said that you're positive, the whole thing is this: if you know that you have the coronavirus, okay, and you can keep yourself out of the streets and not go out and do something, then I'd ask you to do it. Someone told me I was a badass because I stayed in the house, and they had a lot of respect for me because I got tested, even though I did not have any symptoms, and I stayed in the house and I did my part. That's the whole message I'm trying to convey, and I want to impress upon you. You might think this is fake. It's not. People are dying out there, and this is a real problem. So to me, go get tested. Those people who are positive and don't know they're positive are the greatest risk to society, because they can and probably will spread the virus. Now, I didn't address it, but most of you probably say, well, how do you think you got it? The only place I had been in the last few weeks without a mask on was the gym. I went to the gym trying to, I won't say get back into shape, because round is a shape, I'm very proud to say. But no, I was trying to get into, lose the couple COVID pounds that I had gained going to the gym. The only place I had been recently in the past few months without wearing a mask has been the gym, and I thought that's where I contracted the virus, but I don't know. Now, I don't know whether it was a false positive or whether or not it had run its course and I had COVID-19 and I was again completely asymptomatic. What I'll do in a few weeks is I will go ahead and try to find some place where I can get the antibody test done, and I'll report back to you guys. I try not to keep secrets from you guys. I try and tell you guys what's going on, and the whole reason why I did that video the other day with the B-roll is because I was quarantined. I couldn't film anything. I didn't have anything to film for you guys, and the videos that I had filmed, I exhausted them all. So I couldn't do that, and with that being said, I didn't have a video, so I said, all right, well, what am I gonna do? And that's what I did. So I'm really happy that you guys liked that video, and I'm greatly appreciative that it went over well. But I mean, I'm dead serious. I got a phone call and it said I was positive for the coronavirus, for COVID-19, and I mean, there's no words to prepare you for that. There's nothing I can say that will prepare you for that, especially when you know that there could be dire circumstances for becoming positive. And unfortunately, I hate to leave it on a somber note, but I mean, seriously, I would implore you guys to go get tested, to see if you have it. And if you can get a test done and find out if you're positive for it, or find out that you have the antibodies for it, then do your part and help someone else. I plan on, like I said, I plan on getting the antibody test done in a few weeks. And if I test positive for the antibodies, I will definitely be giving blood, because that's just what I am. That's just who I am. I want to pay it forward, okay, even if I don't brag about it or talk about it. I mean, look, this video is probably going on almost 20 minutes long, and if you're still here, I mean, all I can do is say thank you. And you know, it's Comment BAMF, B-A-M-F, bad a mother freaker. All right, BAMF, B-A-M-F in the comments down below. That'll tell me who watched it to the end and who listened to what I had to say. And I'm just gonna apologize now. This isn't a barbecue related video, and this is not clickbait. I like I said, I received a phone call and it said I was positive, and I was afraid. And I'm not going to tell you a whole bunch about what went on in the house and stuff like that. I'm going to tell you about my perspective. But it definitely put things into perspective, and I never wanted to be this lucky to be a part of this statistic. Never wanted to be this lucky. But here I am, here we are. I mean, anyway, like I said, if you made it this far in the video, comment BAMF down below so I know who watched it to the end. And all I can do is say thank you. And this is, like I said, I don't keep things from you guys. It might just take me a little while to talk to you about it and tell you about it. But it happened. It was real. And I just want to also, those of you guys who are still here, I want to thank you guys. There are a few of you guys who I told that this was going on, and all of you guys who I told what was going on with my situation were so very supportive. I can do nothing but say thank you to you. You know who you are. There's a couple of you guys who I say, hey, look, I got this going on, X, Y, and Z. Some of you have said, hey, I know someone that had it as well, or oh man, I'm glad that that you're doing better. Sent me text messages a couple days in a row, and then checked in on me and Instagram DMs, all of the above. I cannot do anything but say thank you. It is greatly humbling that some of you guys who are strangers who I've never met care so much about me. I can't say thank you enough. Look, I know you're probably tired of listening to me ramble and talk on, so I'm gonna end this. But really, take this thing seriously, please. That's the last thing I'm gonna leave you with. And thank you again for watching. Hey, look, guys, down below is listed the P.O. box. If you want to send us something to try, a sauce, a seasoning, some jerky, feel free. Something funny, something for us to try, send it to the P.O. box below. It's always listed in the description. But
thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. Join us on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Go live for 2 hours. In the first hour, we talk about barbecue or something barbecue business related. The second hour, come as you please and bring your flesh.
And we talk about anything.
And then we talk about anything.
Alright, well, not her, but me. So.
Sometimes I peek in.
Yes, you do. So, you want to tell them, thank them again for watching?
Thank you again for watching.
And we'll see you. Oh, I'm sorry.
And please do subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Alright, thank you guys.
Bye.